Hello everyone, today I am going to teach you on the topic data structure. Now, what is data structure? Data structure is organizing all data. Where I am organizing my data, item in the memory. Now, how to store data item in the memory is done by the data structure. For example, if you are writing a program consists of two things: algorithm plus data structure. Now, algorithm is a step-by-step procedure. Step-by-step procedure means I am writing a program. What instructions are to be given in the program are written in step-by-step. First is step, second step, first instruction I have to give, second instruction I have to give is done in the algorithm. Plus, how that result which is coming or the input which I am giving is to be stored in the memory is done by the data structure. So data structure is mainly used to store the data, and the relationship between the data items are seen here. Now, actually what does the data structure deals with? The data structure deals how data is organized in memory. I have said you data is organized in memory, how data is stored in the memory. I am giving particularly a memory to each data item is done in the data structure. How efficiently data can be retrieved and manipulated. This means if I want to get data from the memory, how will I be get it from it, and how I will do any processing on that data item is this deal with the data structure. Now, if this is a memory, these are the data items placed in it. Now, if they are stored with their particular memory, suppose this is getting 2 bytes, this is getting 4 bytes, and this is getting 8 bytes. Now, I wanted to take this data out and do any processing on it. It is the function of the data structure to how to retrieve that data and how to manipulate that data. Okay. Now, next we are going to start how to select a particular data structure. Now, if we are selecting a data structure, what points should we remember to select a particular data structure? Now, first I will analyze the problem. Now, I will analyze the problem, what to be done. I will analyze that problem, and then I will determine what the basic operations are to be done on that problem. First, I have to analyze. Analyze means what is the problem and what to be done on it. It is done in the first step, and then where different operations which we have to perform on that problem will be discussed in the second problem. Next, if I am satisfied with both above 2 points, then I will select a particularly data structure. Okay. Now, first I have to analyze the problem. What is the problem on which I have to work it out, and then what are the basic operations are to be performed on this. Then I will be selecting a particularly data. Now, I have to select the different data structure. Now, how many types are there? Data structures are there. Now, there are different types of data. First is primitive data structure. Second is non-primitive data structure. Third is linear data structure. Fourth is non-linear data structure. Now, in primitive data structure, I am taking int, float, character. Now, in float character, you will say this is done only to give the memory space. Yes, it is also a data structure because I have said you how to organize a data in a memory, how to store a data in a memory, how much memory it is required. It will be done by primitive data structure, which will tell us to how to store, how much memory it requires. Data required memory is done by the primitive data structure. Now, next is non-primitive data. Non-primitive data structure are array, structure, stacks. Linear data structure are stacks, queues, linked list. Non-linear data structures are trees and graphs. Now, besides primitive data structure, these three data structures are known as abstract data structure. Because if I have large number of data I have to store, I can use these three data structures to store. But in primitive data structure, they are given a fixed memory. How much data is to be stored? To store a large number of data, we use these three data structures: non-primitive data structure, linear data structure, non-linear data structure. So they are called abstract data structure. Okay. Now, different data structures. There are two types of data structure: built-in data structure, user-defined data structure. In previous, I have told you that there are different types of data structure: primitive data structure, non-primitive data structures. Okay. But in this, I am defining you built-in data structure and user-defined. Built-in data structure means the data that are already stored in the memory. Users are not creating it; they are already programmed in the memory. With how much memory they have to give is done in built-in data structure. User only take that memory which is stored in that particularly data structure. But in user-defined data structure, user can hold memory how much they want. Is in user-defined data structure. It's according to their requirement. We need how much memory is done in user-defined. Built-in means what you get, you only satisfy with that. But in user-defined data structure, what I am getting, if I want more, I can take more also. I can get more also from this. This is user-defined data structure. Now, built-in data structure are int, float, vector, pointer. Int takes 2 bytes, float takes 4 bytes, vector takes 1 byte. Pointer, as which data type I am taking, pointer will take that type of memory. Okay. Now in user-defined data structure, there are different types: array, list, and files. Array is a homogeneous data structure which is stored in sequentially. Homogeneous data means data type will be individual. Like I am writing it like this: int, array, and 10. Now int is homogeneous. Data type will be same for all data items, that is int. And how much elements I want to store, it's my requirement. I want it to store 10, then it is storing 10. And it is taking 10 into 220 bytes. It's my requirement. How much memory I have to take. This is in array. List. Now, lists are also used according to pointer. These are dynamically. We can take how much memory I want it to. I can take. If I want more memory, I can also take it. It is not static. It is dynamic in list. There are two types of lists: linear list and non-linear list. In linear list, this is stacks and queues, and non-linear list, this is trees and graphs. Now, in linear list, I am taking stacks and queues. Stacks mean if I am placing anything, it follows last in first out procedure. LIFO. It follows last in first out procedure. That is anything. For example, I am placing plates. First plate, second plate, third plate, fourth plate. If I will be going to pick that plate, I will pick the last plate which I have done in last. I am not picking the first plate. I am picking the last. That is last in first out. Which thing I have placed in last, I will pick it first. This is the abbreviation for step. In queue. Queue follows the rule FIFO. FIFO means first in, first out. First in, first out means if I am standing in the queue for waiting for a bus, the person who is standing first has the chance to get in the bus, not the person who is standing at the last. So entry will be done from the last and the exit will be done from the first. This is the rule of queues. Okay. Now I will be going to discuss about the non-linear list. Now non-linear consists of trees and graphs. Firstly, I am going to discuss about the tree. Now tree in a natural form, you are seeing that there is a root inside, and then the stems come out, and then there are the leaves. In natural way, you will see like data structure. We are also using a tree, but in this we are using the tree like this. The root is on the upward. Then branches are coming. Then another node is there. Then other node is there. Then other node. This is the root. Topmost thing which is placed in the tree is root. Root where we are originating something. Main data. Main has some. This is I will say this is the main function. Suppose this is the main function. It has sub functions also. It also has sub function. Now any node which has its nodes and childs also, these are the child, is also called a tree. Now if we will say these nodes have also their child, so this is also called a subtree. The node having a child is called a tree. Now these nodes are under root node, so this type of node is we call as a subtree. Now nodes which do not have any nodes any child, they are called the leaves. And in natural tree, we will see that the root is here and the branch is gone upward. But in the computer data structure, the root is at the top and everything will be go downward. Procedure will be going downward, not in the upward. Now the next is our graph. Now graph is used to store physical data structure. Physical data structure like anything about the chemistry, geography or any electronic sciences or engineering sciences. We will say data to store, we use the graphs. These are the non-linear lists. That's all for it. Thank you.